says ready, you'll be able to go. So I'll give you a countdown when it's ready.
Welcome, everybody, to the Bluefield College Dome as we're getting ready to commence women's volleyball against Truett McConnell University. My name is Ethan Stinson. I'm on the call tonight in for Bailey Angle, and I just wanted to recap some of our stats just as what we're coming up with. So right here we have Milligan University. Bluefield played the last time, lost 3-0, but Truett McConnell won 3-0 against Point University, also in Georgia, and it's the second home game of the season, where our last one was here against Tennessee Wesleyan. And just wanted to highlight a few things. Total attacks here, Leslie Flores leads the pack here with 207 total attacks. And also Wells, a powerhouse here, number 18. She is with 68 kills, 174 total attacks, and much more. TMU, though, has some very convincing stats as well, with Ross, number 5, with 315 total attacks. And Roberts, number 7, with 203 attacks, and tied with Neal for second. For third, rather. And then Selecki, number 23, is in first place with 365 total attacks.
Our Father God, we thank you for this day. We thank you for the life, the liberty, and the blessings that you provided us. We ask you to be with these young ladies as they take to the court tonight, that they may have good sportsmanship, that they may play a safe match. We ask you to bless everyone in their travels as they leave tonight, that they may arrive to their destination safely. We say these things in the name of our Son, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Please rise for the national anthem. And a big round of applause for our national anthem. Resuming where we left off here before we had the invocation. For our totals here, the Rams come in with 5 games played total, 2 wins and 3 losses, whereas the Bears are undefeated with 3 wins to none. Due to COVID, of course, some of our games played may be off a little bit. Just as given here, the number of kills from the Bears looks a little bit daunting to the Rams, 421 to our 213. However, Bluefield, if they can cover the ground they need to tonight, they can come out with a win here at the Dome. Just because they're undefeated, the TMU Bears, that does not mean that the Bluefield College Rams can come out on top. They need to be on their A game tonight, and we can go 3-3 on the season. Right now they're opening with the starting lineups.
Number 0, Leslie Flores. Number 1, Kendrick. Number 3, Margaret Coulter. Number 5, Reese Turner. Number 6, Adriana Graham. Number 7, Sophia Sandstone. Number 8, Stephanie Reichswald. Number 9, Claire Fingerman. Number 10, Madison Miller. Number 12, Gabby Courtney. Number 13, Cassidy Brown. Number 14, Kirsten Pombach. Number 18, Jessica Wells. Number 22, Taylor Sutherland. Number 23, Sarah Ducey. Number 24, Ellen Hawkins. And number 30, Aubrey Watcott.
By the way, Aubrey Watcott leads in a total of 7 aces and 160 assists, according to the DAC stats. They're getting in the huddle, getting ready to play some Bluefield College Rams volleyball. As the referee gets set, we're getting ready to start our game. And I'd like to add that the only place where the Rams are ahead of the Bears is they have fewer service errors. So that may actually account for tonight's matchup, as the service errors on the Bears are 64, and for the Rams it is 53. So noteworthy to mention. Coach Gallimore is ready for his girls to win tonight. Libero is getting in position, and she is number 9 on the Rams, Claire Fingerlin. And she is a 5'5" sophomore hailing from West Columbia, South Carolina. Opening set. Nice bump from backcourt. And that was a net violation. Number 5, Bethany Ross, a junior from Jacksonville, Florida, tried to get it over the net, but a little bit too low. It's now 1-0 for the Rams. Nice serve. And another net violation once again from the front row. That time committed by what I think is number 20, Katie Williamson, a 5'9" freshman from Carrollton, Georgia. Once again, the serve. Battle at the net. Kept the ball alive. And the ball was cranked up a bit too hot from the right side there. Giving, again, another point to the Bluefield College Rams. It is 3-0. Here's the serve. Nice kill! And that was from number 23, Sonia Selecki. Offensive, great offense and great defense there. She's a freshman, also a defensive specialist, 5'8" from Dacula, Georgia. And it was ruled inside. Barely, though. Barely inside there. Number 17, Rachel Kessler. Up for the serve on the opposing team. And it was a net violation there on the Rams. It is now 3-3 in favor of no one. And check it, that was Jordan Roberts who is on the serve for the TMU Bears. And it was bounced inside there. The libero, number 9, Claire Fingerlin, unable to keep the ball up. It's now 4-3 in favor of TMU. And for the attack from the front row, number 6, Adriana Grajeda tried, but it was slammed back in the other direction, giving another point to the TMU Bears. It's 5-3. Oh, a battle at the net there. It went outside as it ricocheted off of the hand. And here's the serve from Sansone. Bounced inside on the back corner. It's 6-4 in favor of the TMU Bears. Up for the serve. And Flores sets that one up great. Unable to get it in backwards progress for TMU. The lead narrows now 6-5 in favor of the TMU Bears. And here's the serve. Sansone getting some help. And right into the hands of the official there. An attempt by number 17 on the TMU Bears side, Rachel Kessler. Here's the serve. Knocked down nicely from the middle. And that was number 7, Jordan Roberts. And she's a powerhouse for the TMU team. And here comes the serve now. Watcott. And it was a net violation from Flores. It is now 8-6 in favor of the Bears. Maxwell. Flores knocking it over. Can they get it back? Watcott. And on that one, Katie Kendrick went a little bit to the left. However, they counted that as an inside. 8-7 in favor. It's a 1-point game. It is now 8-all, another inside call. Great offensive strategy from the Rams. And a net violation there from the back row. It is now 9-8 in favor now of the TMU Bears. Here's getting ready for the next serve. Fingerlin. Watcott getting some help. Kept it alive there in the front row. And the ball bounced outside. It is now a 9-9 tied game. Here's the serve. And that one went in favor of TMU. It's now 10-9. Jordan Roberts for the serve. And, keeping it alive there, Flores. Nice uphold by Fingerlin. Fingerlin keeping it up again. This is a good rally, folks. And digging that one up. But it bounces outside, cranked up a bit to the right. It's 11-9 now in favor of TMU. And slamming that ball down is Katie Kendrick, the graduate student, number 1 on the Bluefield team. She's 5'9", from Petersburg, Kentucky. And now it's Kendrick for the serve. And it's ruled outside, a little bit to the right there on the near side of the court. It is now 11-all. No one's favor now. It's anybody's ball game. Kendrick for the serve. And almost a ricochet, but they bounced it back on TMU. And going wide here, folks. And failed to salvage that ball across the net. Now Bluefield has their first lead of the night, 12-11. Flores. And that was an inside hit. It's now 13-11 for the Bluefield College Rams. Now we are up by 2 on the scoreboard for the BC Rams. And that was a great kill made from what I believe was number 10 there, Abby Maxwell, who's now up for the serve. Maxwell getting the serve there. Watt caught. Grajeda in the front row doing some good work. And cranked up a little bit too hot there from the front row on TMU, giving Bluefield yet another point on the board. 14-12. And a ball once again cranked up a little bit too warm there from number 21, Renavia Neal, a 5'10 sophomore from Lawrenceville, Georgia. Here's the serve. And a net violation causing a service error. That was from number 4 on Bluefield College team. Check it. Number 3, Morgan Coulter. Roberts for the serve on TMU. And it was bounced in. Nice kill there. I believe that was from number 18, Jessica Wells, a power pack leader, a 5'11 junior. Sansone for the serve. Knocked in. Man, they're getting aggressive now with the ball. This rally's staying alive, folks. Just like the Bee Gees once said. But now it's dead after I had said something. It is now outside. 17-13, and there has been a timeout called. We will be back in 30 seconds with more women's volleyball on the BC Rams Digital Sports Network. Welcome back to the Dome, everybody, where Bluefield now leads the pack here 17-13. As the clock dwindles down on this timeout, we're getting ready to go for more game action. I mean, we've seen some great plays today. Jessica Wells on that last play that gave him a point. Just incredible. We've seen some pretty moderate length rallies. Two very talented volleyball teams out here on the court today. And may I mention, the only spectator up there. I never imagined first broadcast would be in a spectatorless arena. Grajeda. What cut? And number 13, Cassidy Brown. With a nice one to lay that in. It's now 18-13 for the Rams. Sansone for the serve. Fingerlin. A nice kill from number 0, Leslie Flores. Mentioned that name quite a bit tonight. 19-13 now. Rams up by 6. And a nice kill there. Oh, nice kill. It hit the floor. And that kill was from, number 23, Sonia Selecki on the TMU. It's now 19-14. Ball was ruled inside after it grazed the top of the net. Narrowing the lead a little bit, it is now 19-15 in favor of the Rams. Sansone getting it. And Fingerlin hitting it wide, but in the inside where nobody was occupied. That rhymed. Yeah, I used to rap here, folks. Fingerlin now for the serve. And a dig there, keeping it alive. And it ricocheted off the side of the net. That was number 23, once again, Selecki, as she attempted to get over the net. It is now 20-15. Bluefield only 5 points away from winning the set. And that's a net violation. As from the back corner, number 22, I believe, Taylor Sutherland. Knocked in nicely there. And Sansone tried to hit it from the back corner on the outside there, but it was inside there, and it bounced. So that gives another point to the TMU Bears. It is now 20-18. We'll be back in 30 more seconds as we go to this timeout on the Rams Digital Sports Network. And we're back on the court here. Just wanted to give a mention that Flores and Wells each have 4 kills so far in this game. They've really just laid it in there for the TMU Bears as they now trail by 2 points. It is 20-18 in favor of the Rams. Up for the serve now, Truett McConnell University. And that was number 22, Madison Dunn, on the serve. And it was ruled for the point to go to Truett McConnell. It's now a 1-point lead, 20-19 in favor of Bluefield. Again, Dunn for the serve. And it bounced outside, but still, they couldn't salvage the ball to go back in court. It's now a 2020 ball game, 2020 vision in the year 2020. Watt caught, and a kill from Flores. Or check it, Kendrick. A kill from Kendrick there. It's now 21-20 in favor of the Rams. Bounced inside there, miscommunication a little bit from the Bluefield College Rams. It is now 21-21 in favor of no one. Dunn for the serve. And once again, miscommunication. No ball going over the net, and now Truett McConnell takes back the lead, 22-21. And it was ruled outside. Just a little bit too hot there from Madison Dunn. It's now 22-22. A very tight game here, folks. Number 0, Leslie Flores for the serve. Fingerlin. And knocking that ball in nicely was number 18, Jessica Wells. Another name that we have announced so many times tonight, but so good. Now Bluefield is back on top. Hold on. It's 22-23 in favor of TMU. It was an attack. All right. And ball bounced barely inside, but Katie Kendrick once again laying that ball in there. It's now 23-all. It's anybody's game still. Kendrick for the serve. And the point, once again, goes to TMU. It's 24-23. Now up for the serve for TMU is timeout Bluefield. So we're going to get ready to go to break. It is 24-23 in favor of the TMU Bears. We'll be back in 30 seconds with more coverage here of women's volleyball at the Dome on the Bluefield College Rams Digital Sports Network. And now we're back on the court as the girls make their way up. Truett McConnell breaks the huddle, rejoining the court now. On the serve as the timeout ends. Number 4. And didn't really salvage it over the net there. It's now a 24-24 ball game. It's been a tight game at all times here. Now for Bluefield. Watcott served the ball. Now she's in the front row. Ball was cranked up a bit high. It's now 25-24 in favor of Bluefield. And once again, we have another timeout. We're going to keep it here for this one. Fantastic game here. Watt caught on that serve. Play started out great, but a little bit of miscommunication did cause the ball to get a little bit of overpower and extra voltage there. But right now, Bluefield's got a 1-point advantage, and we are still ready to play some ball. It's just the first set here, folks. It is not over yet. But I can guarantee you this, that it is a good game. And the first game I've ever called. This is probably the best game of volleyball I've ever seen as both an announcer and a spectator. The women now rejoin the court. And now up for the serve. On Bluefield. Watt caught for the serve. TMU struggled to get it over the net, barely. Wow. Jessica Wells hammers it in once again. It is 26-24 in favor of Bluefield. Score is 26-24. Lots of regrouping as we've had a lot of timeouts here. But once again, I'm going to keep it here for this one. And notice, we've got Jessica Wells, 5'11", offensive, just, she's great on the offense, great on the defense. She is outside hitter and a junior, 5'11" from Melbourne, Florida. And she actually transferred from Arlington Baptist University. And since this is the end of the first set, as we see on the board here, 26-24. That extra point was needed after a close game, and no one can really lead unless it's by 2 points. So with that said, we'll be back in 60 seconds for more action here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. And we're back here at the Bluefield College Dome, where the second stanza of this game is getting ready to commence. Bluefield won the first set 26-24. Let's hope we can win two more, folks. It is now 1-0 in terms of the sets. We're getting ready to do some more play action here, and just as a stats update, Flores and Wells just handled the ball really well in the first quarter. Just needed a little bit more communication and a little bit more coordination with the ball in order to set up great for this half. And on the TMU side, Renavia Neal has done a great job, and Sonia Selecki also, as they have killed the ball a little bit on their side. Close set from this last half, or from this last set, rather. We're getting ready to resume play for the second set of what we hope will be a great one. Flores knocking it very nicely and perfectly to Bisect. A little bit too much there from number 18, Jessica Wells. Got a strong arm and a good attitude to play the ball game, but just cranked up a little bit too much on the voltage. It's now 1-0 in favor of TMU. And a kill there from Renavia Neal, number 21. The usual suspect. It is now 1-1. And the audience applauses as a bit perplexed about what's going on here. But nonetheless, for the serve. Watcott for the serve. Very nice there from Fingerlin to counteract. And it was a bit outside there from Fingerlin, giving another point to the TMU Bears. They now take the lead back 2-1. Oh, it's Bluefield's point. Correction. Check it. It was a touch. And a nice play there on the inside. They tried to dig a ball back up. But now Bluefield leads the pack 3-1. For the serve once again, Watcott. Flores. Sutherland. There was a battle at the net, but it bounced back in. And a battle at the net. Bounced inside. Wells was there, but the play prevailed. It's now 3-2. The lead narrows, but it's still in favor of Bluefield. And ball went a bit counterproductive there on the back court. It's now 3-3. Flores digs. Watcott tried to get it over the net, but a net violation. Now gives TMU a good lead now. Well, not a good lead, but it's a 1-point lead. TMU is on top. Always a close one here. Flores. And once again, number 18, Jessica Wells, a little bit under there. Net violation. 5-3 in favor of the Bears. Watcott And that time, Wells redeemed herself on the near side of the court, now narrowing the lead. It's 5-4. Now up for the serve on Bluefield. Sansone. And a failed dig attempt there from number 17 on the Truett McConnell team, Rachel Kessler. Once again for the serve is Sansone. Bounced in there nicely. Point goes to Truett McConnell. It's now 6-5 in favor of the Bears. Here's the serve. Sansone giving it to Fingerlin. Pops it right over the net. Fingerlin and Flores deflected from number 20, Katie Williamson. Katie Williamson on TMU deflected that ball back, and now it's 7-5 in favor of the TMU Bears. Fingerlin. And another point there for Truett McConnell, 8-5. Sansone. And nice play from number 6, Adriana Grajeda, who's a middle blocker, 5'10 senior from Silmar, California. Fingerlin for the serve. Abby Maxwell getting it over the net for the TMU Bears. Flores probably nailed. Now it's back on. As backwards progress was made, but they've salvaged it up. But now it bounced in the TMU court, giving Bluefield another point, 8-7. As the lead once again narrows in this suspenseful game. It's been suspenseful at all times here, folks. And a dig there. Number 10, Abby Maxwell, tried to get the ball back, but couldn't salvage it. It's now 8-all. Sansone tried to get the ball from backcourt, but it flew right from the back of her hand. It's now 8-all. Here's the serve. Sansone to Watcott. Flores getting it nicely over the net. Abby Maxwell. However, the play went a little bit to the near side. Now giving Bluefield the point. It's now a 9-9 ball game. Bluefield is really stepping up game and making this contest very interesting. And that ball bounced a little bit to the near side once again from the serve there. It's 10-9 in favor of the TMU Bears. Now for the serve. And Kendrick putting it in right up the middle to bisect the court. Nonetheless, though, TMU wins the point. Once again, outside there from Kendrick. Problem with a lot of these outside hitters is sometimes literally hit or miss on your coordination with the ball, depending on if you go inside or outside. So opposites and outsides sometimes have a difficult time. But nonetheless, they are strategizing, which is what I like to see in a good volleyball game. And TMU couldn't salvage it. It went a little bit to the left. That gives Bluefield another point, and it's 11-all. Flores for the serve. And it bounced inside there. Nobody could get that ball. It's now 12-11 in favor of Bluefield. Flores once again for the serve. Kendrick laying it nicely. And that was a kill right there from number 5, Bethany Ross. It's now a 12-12 ball game. This stuff stays tied, folks. Here's the serve. And a nice kill from number 18, Jessica Wells, putting that ball right from the left side down the middle. It's 13-12 for the Bluefield College Rams. It's now Kendrick for the serve. Maxwell. And putting it down nicely, number 10, Abby Maxwell. Make it now an even game once again, 13-13. Dig right there from number 10, Maxwell once again, really contributing to the team for TMU, and fell right out of the hands of the libero on TMU, number 24, Hannah Connors. What? I was just informed. Now Jessica Wells has 11 kills, leading the pack here in the kills as 14-13 for the Bluefield College Rams. It's getting aggressive here, folks. And Flores tried to knock the ball up, but instead it went sideways. It's now a 14-14 ball game, flipping the formations. Number 17, Rachel Kessler now for the serve on TMU. Flores. Maxwell. And a net violation, unreturnable. Claire Fingerlin went a little bit too low. It's now 15-14 in favor of the TMU Bears. It seems like the lead keeps going back and forth here, but that's what we like to see. We don't know who's going to come out of this one. Flores to Watcott. Number 30, which is Watcott, but they failed to get it back over the net, giving them now to TMU another point. It's 16-14. Here's the serve from Jordan Roberts. Once again, Sutherland tried to get it at the battle of the net, but of course, as a result, miscommunication just wasn't there, and the ball just couldn't go over the net. Now it's 17-14 in favor of TMU. We'll be back in 30 seconds as a timeout's been called right here at the Dome on the Rams Digital Sports Network. We'll be back in 30. Welcome back to the Dome Gymnasium as we are getting ready to resume play. First time out of the second stanza of play. has been called, but nonetheless, it's been a close game. But Bluefield fears that Truett McConnell may actually be pulling away with the lead here. It's 17-14 in their favor. The women are resetting positions and reforming on the court. Now up for the serve is Truett McConnell. Number 17, Rachel Kessler. Fingerlin. Watcott. Flores digs. And the ball was rendered unreturnable. And Bluefield's in shock as the official called a point for TMU. I don't really know what's going on here. Bluefield looks perplexed here as Truett McConnell now got another point. It's now 18-14 in favor of Truett McConnell. We're now waiting for the next serve as Bluefield is conferring. Now Kessler up for the serve once again. Fingerlin, but Flores comes to save the day, and Grajeda brings it over. Flores to Watcott, and that ball was put in there nicely as that was unreturnable from TMU. Jessica Wells puts it in there nicely. It's now 18-15 as the lead narrows. Sansone now for the serve on Bluefield. And Sansone couldn't quite get it over the net. It went a little bit to the near side, giving them now a 19-15 lead for the Truett McConnell Bears. Now it's the serve of the Bears. And that's a serve. Flores digs it, tries to salvage it, but Sutherland knocks it backwards and giving Truett McConnell yet another point of advantage. It's 20-15 in favor of Truett McConnell. 5 points away from winning the set. And a failed dump there from the libero number 24, Hannah Connors. Fingerlin for the serve. It's 20-16. (21-16) for Truett McConnell as the ball went a little bit under. Now for the serve is Madison Dunn. And Aubrey Watcott tried to get it over the net, but once again, backwards progress makes it now a 22-16 ball game as Truett McConnell is getting away with the lead here. (22) for the serve, Madison Dunn. Fingerlin was a little bit low for a net violation. It's 23-16 in favor of Truett McConnell. This could very well be a tied set when it comes to the end. Or tied in terms of sets. Ball was unreturnable there. Flores, the catalyst in the front row for that play. Here comes the serve. Maxwell. And Fingerland digs. Fingerland. And it went out of bounds. It did go a little bit out, but nonetheless, since Bluefield didn't return it, 24-17 in favor. And now it's game point, ladies and gentlemen, for this one. It's 24-17 in favor of Truett McConnell. Watcott. Fingerland saves it. Flores. Maxwell. And it was ruled outside, as it was slightly outside on the far side of the court. That was number 5, Bethany Ross, who hit it a little bit outside. It's now 24-18. Flores getting ready to serve. Maxwell, here's Ross, trying to return it to Maxwell. And once again, the ball not returned. It is now 25-18 as Truett McConnell takes this one. It is now 1-1 here at the Dome. We will be back in 60 seconds for the third set here at the Dome on the Bluefield College Rams Digital Sports Network. And we are back here at the Dome here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Now it is a tied in terms of sets, as it is 1-1 for Bluefield in the first set, and in the second set, Truett McConnell tries to answer and strike back, and they do successfully. Right now, we have, again, the catalyst players on the Bluefield side. Jessica Wells having 12 kills, contributing greatly to the team. And then Selecki, once again, doing some great business for the TMU Bears, as she has 7. She has 7 of them. And now the clock tolls as it runs down, where we're going to get ready for our third stanza. It is going to get aggressive. It is going to get very competitive. And this might be one of the best games we have had all season here, right here at the Dome, in which we've only had 2 of them. Let's bring it home, whoever wins tonight. The women are now getting back on the court, getting ready for the third set. This could very easily turn into a 5-set game. And we may not know until the end of the 5th set who comes home as the victor of this game. It's either the Bears go undefeated 4-0 and the Rams go 2-4, or Rams have a tied season at 3-3 and the Bears suffer their first loss at 3-1. Anything is possible. It is still anybody's game. Even though the stats looked pretty uneven to begin with, and a little bit intimidating, I think that our women have stepped up. The Bluefield College has stepped up and is bringing a competitive game. Now to resume the stanza, Flores to start for the next serve. And Kendrick tried to return it, but it just bounced on the ground. Truett McConnell gets 1 point. It's 1-0 in favor of Truett. And that ball was cranked up a bit high, as Kendrick, with that strong arm, sometimes can get a little bit too aggressive with the ball. It's 2-0. Watcott tried to give forward progress, but the ball went under the net. It's 3-0 in favor of the Truett McConnell Bears with an early lead. And instead it bounced right into the hands of the libero on the Truett McConnell team, which is Hannah Connors, setting that ball up very nicely. Bluefield winning their first point. Kendrick for the serve. Watcott. And to set up the score there was Jessica Wells, the usual suspect, as it's 3-2 now. Almost a tied ball game. Katie Kendrick. And Wells once again tried to dig for the ball, but instead, ball bounced into the territory, giving Truett another point. It's 4-2. Ball went lopsided, giving Bluefield another point. It's 4-3. Watcott for the serve. Fingerlin getting some help from Wells on the outside. And number 10, Abby Maxwell, once again tried to get the ball, but too many tries as the Bluefield Rams are now up. And now it's now a tied ball game. Grazing the top of the net from Watcott. Maxwell to Fingerlin. Laying that ball in there once again. Was that Jessica Wells? She has 16 kills up to this point in the game. Maxwell to Flores. Williamson. And the ball went outside, but since Bluefield made contact and couldn't get it back over. Number 23, Sonia Selecki, laying it nicely for the TMU. It's 5-5 in favor of nobody now. Here's the serve. Maxwell And once again, Bluefield could not return the favor, and Katie Williamson on that outside is on fire. 6-5 in favor of Truett McConnell. Number 22, Madison Dunn to the serve. Dig from Connors, but it bounced outside, giving Bluefield another point. It's a 6-6 game. Sometimes the rallies can get scored easily by another team shooting themselves in the foot with some of these plays when it goes outside. But I think it's been pretty consistent here. Ball rebounds and bounces off the net, giving Truett McConnell a 1-point advantage. It's 7-6. Sometimes an errors can be what cost you. I think if the errors are a bit reduced, this would be a more interesting game. Not to mention the game's already interesting. It's a tied game as Bluefield wins another point on that one. Fingerland now up for the serve. And a serving error from Fingerland, giving Truett McConnell a freebie. It's 8-7 in their favor. Once again, if Bluefield wants to win this set, they have to get better communication and not shoot themselves in the foot with all these errors. And once again, Truett McConnell pulling away with a 9-7 lead due to another error. Flores. Maxwell with over the net. Flingerland to Flores. And they got it in there nicely. It's 9-8 now, as the gap now, as it now closes up a little bit for us. On the serve. Cassidy Brown was on the serve there. Even though they tried to salvage it and it returned to Cassidy Brown, it went lopsided. It's now 10-8 in favor of the Bears. Roberts was on the serve there for Truett McConnell. Check it. Abby Maxwell on the serve for Truett McConnell. We'll check it. Roberts. Correct the first time. Sometimes they flip the formation and they can get to you sometimes. It's now a 10-10 ball game as it bounced a little bit outside. Flores now up to the serve. Maxwell to Neal. And bounced right in the middle of the court. 10 kills now for Flores. It's now 11-10. Still anybody's game. Once again, bounced right in the middle. It's now 12-10 in favor of the Bluefield College Rams as they take the lead back. Flores up for the serve. Connors bringing it back alive. Watcott. This is a pretty good rally here, folks. Fingerland. And Kendrick kills it. It's now 13-10 for the Bluefield College Rams. Bluefield getting more aggressive and solid with their communication. Fingerland gives it to Wells. Wells rebounds off the net. And it's now 13-11 in favor of the Rams. Jordan Roberts up for the serve on Truett McConnell. Fingerland. Connors laying it up nicely. And failing to keep the ball alive, instead going to the outside. It's now 14-11 in favor of the Rams. Kendrick for the serve. Selecki with a nice one. And it was a bit outside once again. 15-11 in favor of the Rams. Kendrick ready for the next one. And it was a service error, giving a freebie once again to Truett McConnell. It's 15-12. Connors for the serve on Truett McConnell. And a battle at the net with Jessica Wells with 20 kills. 20 kills from Jessica Wells, leading the pack here tonight. Keep them coming, Jessica. Very impressive stats tonight from both teams. And once again, it bounced a little bit off the net, and it gives Bluefield a freebie now, 16-13. Check it. TMU gets a freebie. It's their serve, 16-13. Maxwell. And killing it nicely, Selecki. Fingerland. Flores keeps it alive, knocking it back in court. Maxwell. Flores. And a little bit outside there from Jessica Wells. Giving it 16-15 in favor of Bluefield, but Truett McConnell's edging closely. Once again, Selecki for serve. And outside, tranked up a little bit too much on the voltage, giving Bluefield a freebie. 17-15. Right to left now. Ball was nicely put in there once again from Sonia Selecki. Sonia's just a freshman, a 5'8 freshman from Jacula, Georgia. But she's playing very advanced for her team. Very advanced player. Props to her. And an unreturnable ball as backwards progress was made, now tying up the game. 17 all. It's now TMU's ball, moving from left to right. Selecki for the serve. And once again, battle at the net. Coming out of it, Bluefield, 18-17, taking back the lead. Fingerlin now up for the serve on Bluefield. And that one was a quickie. Quick play there. 19-17 in favor of Bluefield. Fingerlin. Once again, just miscommunication. Went under the net. Now Bluefield leads 20-17. It is now a timeout. Bluefield again, 20-17, getting back on top. We'll be back in 30 seconds after they regroup on the Bluefield College Rams Digital Sports Network. Well, welcome back, everybody, to the Dome as teams are getting ready to come back out on the court. Catalysts like Jessica Wells on Bluefield, and also we have other key players such as Flores and Kendrick. And may I add, Flores is only a sophomore, playing like the big leagues. Fingerlin now up for the serve after this brief pause in play. It was out. Well, it was ruled inside there by the referee. Now giving 17 to Truett McConnell. Still 20-17 in favor of Bluefield. Roberts for the serve. And the ball knocked right back after Flores. And after that quarrel at the net, comes out that TMU wins that rally, 2019. I wish it was 2019 again, to be honest. Maxwell. Sutherland tried to get it back up over the net, but now, due to it, again, miscommunication, communication key here. It's 20-20. Still anyone's game. Another timeout has been called, but we're going to keep it here. This second set is going to progress very fast here. And it'll be a matter of the next few rallies as to who will come out on top. We may have to play extra points just so we can obey the rules of volleyball, and we can go up to 26, maybe 27 points, depending. Jessica Wells, though, really a powerhouse for the Bluefield College team. And Fingerlin with some great serves as well. She's been doing great the last bit as the server. And also, without fail to mention, Jordan Roberts, who's, once again, like I said before, a freshman and serving the ball with excellence. So we got a couple of great servers here, and Jordan Roberts is now getting ready to do one more serve. One more serve, one more time. And Jordan Roberts with the serve. And it was knocked a bit outside there from Kendrick. It's now 21-20 as Truett McConnell now takes the lead once again. Though it may be narrow, it's only 4 away from a win of another set. Ooh, bisecting the middle there from Katie Kendrick. Ball went a little under the net, giving Bluefield a point. It's now 21-21. Now up for the serve here for Bluefield. Maxwell. Nice execution there on the outside from number 20, Katie Williamson. Her name's picking up 2 tonight. Jordan Roberts for the serve. Connors digs it. And point goes to Bluefield. It's 22-21, or 22-22. Check it. Anybody's game. We could very well go over 25 points in this one. Just like in the last one. Or at the first one. Ball went a little bit outside there from Flores. Now up for the serve is number 17, Rachel Kessler. Check it. Still Roberts. Nonetheless, it's now 24-22. Game point. One final timeout for the suspense. We'll be back in 30 seconds on the Bluefield College Rams Sports Network. Welcome back, everybody, to the Dome. As it is game point, this could mean Truett McConnell could win another set, making it 2-1. Once again, the dynamic server from Truett McConnell, Miss Jordan Roberts, getting ready to put it up again. Kendrick bisects. And right in the middle there of some players, it now gives Truett McConnell 25-22. And it is now 2-1 in favor of Truett McConnell. Still anybody's game, though this next set will decide it, or it could decide it for us here tonight. We'll be back in 60 seconds here on the Rams Digital Sports Network as we will recap the first 3 sets. Welcome back, everybody, to the Dome here at Bluefield College. Right now, Truett McConnell leads the number of sets 2 to Bluefield's 1. Bluefield will really need to redeem themselves in this next set as Truett McConnell's won the last 2 consecutive back-to-back. If Bluefield can somehow win this next set with 25 points, then that will mean that it will be a tied set and we'll go into a fifth set. It either could play out like that, or if Truett McConnell was to come out with the win, that will be the end of it, with them leading 3-1. As in the NAIA, it is the best 3 out of 5. And as the clock ticks down, we're in anticipation for what the next set is going to bring here. Right here, it's a very tense moment in Bluefield College volleyball, as in order to stay alive and stay in the game, they have to win this next set to tie it up and then win the next one, if we potentially have a next one after this. Once again, I'd like to highlight Jessica Wells on the Bluefield has 20 kills. And it may become more as this next set is to progress. Though we do have catalysts such as a great server Madison Dunn and Jordan Roberts, both fantastic jobs, and Sonia Selecki has 12 kills. And now as the clock has wound down, the women come back out on the court. Claire Fingerland giving a high five to everybody, as they are really going to get into it for this one, because this could be a decider. The teams are getting ready to start play. High fives going everywhere. And now Truett McConnell gets the serve. From number 10, that was Abby Maxwell on the serve. And that ball bounced outside, giving Bluefield the first point as a freebie. It's 1-0 for the Rams. Maxwell. And number 18, Jessica Wells, for the 21st time tonight, has killed the ball, giving us 2-0 for the Rams. Wells lays it in again. 3-0. Wells is going to be looking good on the stats tonight, as right there in that near side position we've got, and that one was just a quick one, an ace from the setter, Katie Kendrick. Maxwell. Ball bounced outside. Bluefield really pulling away with this one. It's 5-0. Kendrick for the serve. Maxwell. And a net violation right there. Net violation cost him there. It's 6-0. Maxwell. Renavia Neal with the battle at the net with Flores. Check it, Grajeda. Grajeda gives an unreturnable ball. It is 7 points unanswered for the Bluefield College Rams. They're really pulling away with this one. Katie Kendrick for the serve. And now the first point to Truett McConnell after number 13, Cassidy Brown, went lopside with the ball. That side out gave him the first point. And right there on the back corner, number 10, Maxwell, couldn't get the ball. So now it's 8-1. Bluefield by 7. Maxwell. Flores comes in, sends it on over. And Sutherland on the far side just tried to get the ball, but again, at that battle at the net, second point for Truett McConnell. Connors now up for the serve on Truett McConnell. And it was put in there nicely by number 18. Once again, Jessica Wells for the 22nd time. Kill after kill after kill. It's 9-2 in favor of Bluefield. Maxwell. Flores keeps it alive. And a net violation. It was a double contact. Check it. Double contact there on the near side, giving Truett McConnell their third point. And once again, outside, giving it a little bit too hot in the outside direction, giving Bluefield 10-3. Fingerland now back to serve. Her last series as a server was impeccable. Let's get that to continue. And once again, since Bluefield contacted the ball, though it was outside, Truett McConnell gets fourth point. It's 10-4. Still in favor of Bluefield, though the gap narrows. Now here's the serve. Fingerland called that one. Didn't even contact the ball. It's now 11-4 in favor of Bluefield. The only spectators they have tonight are their teammates on the bench and their coaches, though very enthusiastic support. The coach for Truett McConnell University just got a yellow card. Unsportsmanlike conduct was called on the Truett McConnell coach, as a yellow card was now given as a warning, as an update there. Not sure what's going on down there, but just as an update there, causing now a timeout. So we're going to keep it right here as they regroup after that yellow card was given. Music is great selection tonight, with some great classic rock. And now the play is getting ready to resume after that little intermission. It's 11-4 in favor of the Rams. We don't know where the ball went. Now the ball coming in as play is getting ready to commence. Bluefield's turn to serve. Number 13, Cassidy Brown, now having her hand at the serve. And a service error for a net violation, giving a freebie to Truett McConnell. It's now 11-5. Now it's Truett McConnell's turn to serve. Number 23, Ducey. Fingerlin. Kendrick battled the net, lost, but kept it alive from Flores. Fingerlin getting in on the action. And a net violation there on the far side from number 5, Bethany Ross, giving Bluefield 12-5. It is now the time for Flores to flourish and serve the ball. Renavia Neal, return from Fingerlin, and Wells was a bit carried away, too much outside, giving Truett McConnell a point. It's 12-6. Watcott. Wells keeps it alive at the battle at the net, and right smack dab in the middle of two people from Jessica Wells. Impeccable performance tonight as Bluefield now advances their lead 13-6, where they are up by 7. Here's Connors. Renavia Neal with a net violation, giving Bluefield yet another point, 14-6. Kendrick was serving there. "26 kills for Jessica Wells. Just a marvelous performance. TMU failed to get the ball back, so 15-6 for Bluefield. Kendrick's keeping him coming. And the ball was just smacked down there. Unsalvageable for Bluefield. It's 15-7 now, as Truett McConnell is now only trailing by 8 points. Now up for the serve on Truett McConnell, we got Roberts. And set it in there nicely from the far side. Number 7, the usual suspect, Jordan Roberts, on the Truett McConnell team, now trailing by 7. Now for the serve from Wells. Battle at the net. The winner of that rally, Bluefield, 16-8. Now for the serve, we have Aubrey Watcott. Fingerlin is anticipating the ball, looking for it, as Wells returned it. Wells returns it again, and Wells went a bit too on the outside of the far side. And it's now 16-9 in favor of Bluefield, though the net is closing in. Connors for the serve. Maxwell. Connors coming back in. Fingerlin keeps it alive from the back court. And Watcott had not enough energy there on that play. Going outside once again, giving Truett McConnell a 16-10 trail. Only trailing by 6 now. Connors for the serve. Watcott to Wells. And that was just, she about had it. Flores about had it, but unfortunately she couldn't get the ball up in time for the dig, and that gives a 5-point trail, or a 5-point lead to narrow to Truett McConnell. but still in favor of Bluefield. As we go to a timeout, we'll be back in 30 seconds with more play-by-play action here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Now we're back at the Dome here, Bluefield College, with Connors. Hannah Connors getting ready for the serve for Truett McConnell. 16-11 ball game. Watcott and Wells. Once again, Wells hammers it in there. It is now 17-11 for the Bluefield College Rams for the 27th time tonight. 28th time, check it. She's on fire, might even get in the 30s. Maxwell. Fingerlin. Maxwell. And at the Sutherland protected that ball, bounced back. However, it's now 17-12 in favor of TMU as Sutherland tried to protect. Once again, another freebie given to Truett McConnell, 17-13. The front line of Bluefield, whenever there's a battle at the net, more communication definitely needed. But still, a very good lead for Bluefield. Fingerlin digs. Maxwell. And right there on the outside, it went a little bit to the right. Katie Williamson went a little bit carried away there on TMU. It's now 18-13. Double contact there on Bluefield. Now it is an 18-14 ball game. As you can see, there are fans up here in the booth as well. Maxwell. Watcott getting some help from Fingerlin. Maxwell. And it bounced inside as they failed to return it from the near side. Giving Bluefield now yet another point. It's 19-14. Bluefield leads by 5. Here's the serve. And it went way out of proportion, backwards progress. That one from Taylor Sutherland, the serve. But again, they just didn't return it. No return from the ball there. Sutherland up for the serve once again. However, they have a timeout. So we will be back in 30 seconds for more play-by-play action of women's volleyball here at the Dome on Bluefield Rams Sports Network. Welcome back to the Dome. There was a bit of a discrepancy between the scoreboards as the one directly behind me is showing 20-14 as the one directly in front is lagging behind, but still a score of 19-14. So as a revised score, Bluefield leads by 6, 20-14, with 5 left to tie up the number of sets, and we'll go into set number 5 if that occurs. Sutherland now anticipating for the next serve. Sutherland getting set. Sutherland for the serve. Here's Maxwell to Fingerlin. Ball went diagonal there. Maxwell to Williamson. Williamson saves it. However, double contact there. 4 touches, which is too much. 4 too much. Giving Bluefield a 21-14 lead. 4 more to seal the deal for this one as a matter of this set. And once again, TMU now getting another one. 21-15. As the ball couldn't make it over the net there. Now Jordan Roberts getting back in her role as the server. Roberts gives it to Fingerlin. And nice there from Flores. As it bounced right from someone on backcourt. And their hands just didn't cooperate with the ball. It's 22-15. Flores getting ready to serve the ball. Here we go. Hannah. Check it. Abby Maxwell tried to make it over, but Bluefield couldn't cooperate there on that one, so now it's 22-16. Kendrick seals that rally. It's now 22 to score is now 23-16. 2 more. Flores and Maxwell kneel over the net. And Sutherland, check it, Brown tried to go out and salvage the ball. Nonetheless, unreturnable, giving now 23-17 score. Roberts for the serve. And right there, number 30, Aubrey Watcott, bisecting it right in between 2 TMU Bears, giving it now 24-17. It is match point, ladies and gentlemen. And Connors couldn't get the ball back. It is now 25-17. Bluefield College wins this set. So now it is tied once again with 2 sets each for either side. We will be back in 60 seconds with the 5th set of action here on the Bluefield College Rams Digital Sports Network. Welcome back to the Dome here at Bluefield College. Sonia Selecki on the TMU away side has 18 kills thus far. However, on Bluefield's side, the home team here, number 18, Jessica Wells, is about at the 30 mark with 28 kills. Great way to add to the stats today. And I'm just going to say, this fifth set is a game decider. Anybody could walk away from this one. Both teams have just been good, and Bluefield has really stepped up their game stats-wise tonight. Because as you can see, cumulatively, it didn't look favorable at the beginning for Bluefield, but now that Bluefield is just getting their noses to the grindstone and really just acting like German shepherds in a used car lot, you've got impeccable scores on both sides of the aisle, which is what a good game of volleyball is all about. And the clock has run out of time. We're getting ready for the fifth stanza of what seems to be the longest hymn ever as the suspense just grows. This is still anybody's game, as it has been from the beginning. Jessica Wells now has a cumulative 68 total kills. And a ball was not returnable from Truett McConnell, and that gives Bluefield their first point of the game. Game 5 is usually the most suspenseful. Kendrick with the serve. And bisecting it there was number 17, Rachel Kessler. Now tying up this set 1-1. Now it's Truett McConnell's turn to serve. Kessler up for the serve. There's Maxwell. And Fingerland to return. Getting some help here. And Bluefield wins that one. It's now 2-1. And it's now the turn for Aubrey Watcott for the serve. Aubrey's a 5'10 junior from Clinton, Utah. And right there from the middle, you had number 22, Madison Dunn. Impeccable job with the play. Now tying it up 2-2. Roberts for the serve. Here's Flores. Maxwell. Here's Williamson. Williamson was a bit too high there and a bit too hot on the voltage. It's now 3-2 with Bluefield taking the lead. Now for the serve is Sarah Ducey. Renavia Neal to Ducey. Flores getting to Maxwell. Flores once again. Here's Connors. And unfortunately, Ducey contacted the ball even though it went outside. Went backwards, so now it's a 3-all game. Truett McConnell's now ready to serve. Here's Fingerlin trying to save it. Wow. Wow. Flores really dug at one or tried to, but a net violation, of course, resulted. And now Truett McConnell takes the lead 4-3. Here's Maxwell with Williamson. And right there, Sutherland attempting once again from the far side to knock it in. But now it's 5-3 in favor of the Bears. Here's Neal. And Neal knocks it in there. Renavia Neal. Renavia Neal is 5'10" sophomore from Lawrenceville, Georgia, who just killed that ball and went nicely in there on backcourt. Timeout's been called. The score 6-3 in favor of TMU. We'll be back in 30 seconds with more play-by-play action here on the Bluefield College Rams Digital Sports Network. And we're back here at the Dome here on the Bluefield College Rams Digital Sports Network. Score is now 3-6 as the clock has now stopped for timeout. It's TMU's turn to serve. Here's Fingerlin. Here's Connors. Number 20, Katie Williamson laying it in there for him from the near side. It's now 7-3 for TMU. But the nail's not in the coffin yet. This set is far from over. Here's Fingerlin. And Flores had contact with the net. It's a net violation, giving Truett McConnell 8-3. Bluefield trail by 5. Here's Ducey for the return. And it went outside. Connors almost got it, but backed away from it. It's now 9-3 in favor of the TMU Bears. Bluefield trail by 6. Here's Ducey. And Bluefield with Leslie Flores knocking it in there for the kill. It's 9-4. Fingerlin's turn for the serve. Here's Connors to Maxwell. And that was a net violation called there late. Number 5, Bethany Ross tried over the net. It is now 9-5 with some cheers there after that delayed call by the referee. Seems like Abby Maxwell was conferring with the ref, but the play stands. Bluefield making strides now. Claire Fingerlin dribbles. She serves it. And number 5, Bethany Ross, just had a ricochet on her. It's now 9-6 in favor of Truett McConnell, but Bluefield is advancing. Aubrey Watcott to Flores. Here's Ducey. Maxwell to Neal. And here's Flores. And we got Flores once again sending it over. Flores. Neal with the battle at the net. There was contact from Bluefield, though Neal set it up pretty nicely for them in the center. It's now 10-6 in favor of the TMU Bears. Roberts for the serve. Once again, it went outside there, giving it now 11-6, though the scoreboard is off. The scoreboard's off there. It's 10-7. And there's a timeout, as now the scoreboard reads 10-8 in favor of the Truett-McConnell Bears. Bluefield only trails by 2. We'll be back in 30 seconds with more play-by-play action here on the Bluefield College Rams Digital Sports Network. Welcome back to the Dome as we resume play as they're breaking from their huddles after their regrouping, and now we're getting ready to resume our 5th and final stanza of play. Sutherland getting ready to serve the ball. And quite set up nicely. Katie Kendrick tried to return the ball at the battle of the net, as I like to call it. But, however, they couldn't return it for Bluefield, so now it's 11-8 in favor of TMU. Here's Connors for the serve on TMU. Ducey. Kendrick goes a little bit wide on that one. It's 12-8. Bluefield trails by 4 points. Here's Connors once again for the serve. Ducey. And point awarded to Bluefield after some miscommunication there. It's 12-9. Bluefield now trails by 3. Flores for the serve. Once again, TMU wins the point, 13-9. Now for TMU for the serve. There's a timeout now. We're going to keep things here. I mean, right now the scenarios still are endless here. Even though there is a 4-point advantage there on Truett-McConnell, Bluefield, as we have seen before in other sets, particularly 2 other ones, have turned around the play. When it seemed to be hopeless, there's hopeful moments in this game. As Bluefield is resilient, bounces right back to where they were. And I think Bluefield is not getting ready to quit yet. And I don't think they ever will in this game. As the regrouping continues, we got some cheers from the TMU side as they're encouraged about almost getting the win, but almost getting the win. Close, it only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. There can't be too much early celebration going on here. Balls are now coming in as play is getting ready to resume here. And I believe we have an error over there with the basketball goal. Now, it stopped. So now we can start play again. Reminder, the score is 13-9 in favor of TMU. Left to right. Here's Maxwell. Battle at the net. Kendrick was ready, but ultimately TMU just let the ball die. It's now 13-10 in favor of TMU. Connors. Now bouncing on the inside. Number 18, Jessica Wells, with her 30th kill. That young lady might make it to the pros. And right there, two going at it. But the kill nonetheless between number 13, Cassidy Brown, and number 18, Jessica Wells. Both of them went for the ball, but nonetheless, the ball died, giving the TMU Bears a 14-11 lead. Here's Grajeda. Grajeda sets it up nice as a failed dig from TMU now gives Bluefield another point, narrowing the gap 14-12. This is match point, ladies and gentlemen, as this is the final game. This one only goes to 15 points. Truett McConnell gets this one. They win the game. Here's Fingerlin. Wells. Watcott. And after a failed bump from Fingerlin, Truett McConnell University wins this one 15-12. And they win overall 3-2, the Truett McConnell Bears. In 60 seconds, we'll have a recap of the stats on our post game here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Welcome back here to the Dome as we are getting ready to wrap things up. Just wanted to say really quickly how good of a job both teams did tonight on a close game. Right here just to recap our stats a little bit on Bluefield. For the season totals, we now are up to 421 kills, 230 errors, 1,313 total attacks, and again, check it. This is Truett McConnell's statistics. So now that we have that, we do know that the leaders in Truett McConnell's games, Aces leading the pack, was done with 9 total. And then with kills, Selecki getting it for us with now a cumulative 107 kills. Abby Maxwell leading the pack with assists with 355 now with a cumulative total. Diggs, Hannah Connors leads with 152, and Roberts leads with 29 blocks. She was an especially a crucial player tonight at the net, where there were some close calls. On the Bluefield side of things, to lead us, Watcott leads now cumulative with 7 aces, which means, just a quick one, just one and done. And then for kills, Jessica Wells with 30-plus kills tonight. Very much aggression there, now going from 38 to 68 cumulative. Assists is, again, Miss Watcott with 160 cumulative. And Fingerlin with 62 cumulative digs. And Wells, of course, the leader with 6 cumulative blocks. Our thanks tonight to our statisticians, Jacob Key and Jessica Street. And special thanks to Jackson Bast, our scoreboard operator for the screen, and to everyone else that just did an impeccable job, especially Chelsea Ford with the camera angling and all that. So with that said, this is Ethan Stinson until tomorrow's broadcast, where we're going to take on Grinnell University with an airtime of 11:25 a.m. So long, and I will hear from you or see you tomorrow here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. And is it going to get archived?